Your lineup, Cam Smith back in there after having the last 2 games off. And the first pitch is swung on and put in play by Jose Altuve. J.P. Crawford to his left. And this game starts with a ground out to short. Go back to back. It happened when Bobby Jones were both pitching. This one into center field. Isaac Paredes has himself a single on a 3-2 pitch. And the Astros have their first base runner.
I told you Isaac was going to get on for Yordan Alvarez.
Got in on Yordan, and he still hits it deep to right field, and a catch is made against the wall by Luke Raley. Yordan didn't get all of it, and he still almost hit it out, and Raley had to make a fine play. Big 2-out, 2 RBI base hit to give Seattle the lead. Walker tried to hold up, and he cannot. That'll be the first strikeout for Castillo in the end of the first inning. 1 hit, 1 man left on. It'll be Framber Valdez in the bottom of the first. First time this season. Moore batted leadoff 4 times last year. He'll be followed by Julio Rodriguez back in his normal 2 spot. Cal Raleigh hits third. Randy Arozarena hits cleanup.
You in the oblique area on that left side, and they don't want to put him on that right side to swing the bat.
Line drive to right. Cam Smith comes in and makes a shoot top catch for the first out. Cam's best play in the big leagues to this point of his career.
Both of them are trying to look up in the sky and make catches.
This ball hit hard to center, and Jake Myers has a good beat on it, and he makes a diving catch. Framber has had great defense behind the first Cam Smith and now Jake Myers today. Swing and a miss. Framber uses 2 great plays from his outfield, then he spins that curveball to get Cal Raleigh, including a double as he leads off here in the second inning. Pena hits the ball sharply, backhanded J.P. Crawford. And J.P. beats J.P. down the line. We're going to get a review on this one.
Yep.
Still a 5-star catch. Rogers short, softly towards the middle. Crawford makes the sidearm throw. And there's 2 away.
Toes.
There had only been 4 in the big leagues before today. This ball hit on the ground towards the right side. Ryan Bliss is there, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for Luis Castillo. 3 ground ball outs, including a great play by. This one slowly hit past Framber. It's going to be charged by Rogers. His bare hand throw is wide. And that scoots into. No, it doesn't go into the dugout. Fortunately, it stays in play, so that'll just be a runner on first base. Has struck out 6 times, all of them on the curveball. This one off the glove of Yainer Diaz. Randy Arozarena is going to advance. The pitch way up and away, and a wild pitch will advance the runner. And then he follows up a wild pitch with a hit-by pitch as he hits the foot of Mitch Garver, and that'll get Yainer Diaz out the chat. Ended up picking up his first win in his first ever appearance. Swing and a miss. Curveball continues to be filthy. He's got 15 strikeouts this year, all on the curve. Puts the ball on the ground. Brendan Rodgers has a chance to turn 2 with Jeremy Pena, but Raley getting down the line in a hurry beats the relay. It'll just be 1 out on the fielder's choice and runners on first and third. Raley on the move. The pitch is down, so Raley ends up with a stolen base, his first steal of the year. And the Mariners' 4th steal in this series. They came into tonight. Swing and a miss. And he gets him with the curveball, and Bliss looks like he's in some pain at home plate. He did not look comfortable after this second strike, and now he goes down. It's only 8 5-star catches, and you saw 2 in back-to-back batters tonight. Cam Smith goes down on strikes here. Second strikeout for Castillo, and 1 away in the inning. Watching him just been so much better than we've seen in the past, and there you go. A 1 pitch. He delivers a single up the middle. That's a 4-game hit streak for Jake Myers. Only his 2nd career hit in 12 at-bats against Castillo. He's a 1-out base runner. There goes Jake Myers, swing and a miss. Myers head first slide. He's in there safely. Throw was a little bit up from Mitch Garver, and Jake Myers gets in there with the head first slide. That the count is 1-2. And Jose goes down on strikes. That's strikeout number 3 for Castillo in the 2nd out of the inning. Paredes hits it sharply, knocked down, staying with it, Dylan Moore, and his throw in time to get Isaac for the final out of the inning. Mariners deficit into a 4-3 lead after Polanco singled. Goes down on strikes here. May have chased ball 4. Fromber has his 4th strikeout. Is that his first strikeout on something other than a curve?
Yes, that was a fastball. That contract, but they'll get it off the end of the year payroll.
Swing and a miss. Fromber again with a strikeout. Again going to the curveball. 5 strikeouts today, 4 with that.
Spin it. A little too much spin on that one.
Julio draws a walk. There goes Rodriguez. The pitch is a strike. The throw bounces in there and it hits Rodriguez or Rogers. Either way, it stays on the infield. On the ground to third. Paredes has it on a few hops and makes the throw across in time for the final out of the inning. Jordan flied out to right on a nice play by Luke Raley. He draws his 4th walk of this series. Jordan yesterday walked 3 times for the 7th time in his career.
Pitches. And then you get the edge called on you.
There you go. Another one on the edge against Walker as he goes down looking. There's a ball into center field. That'll be down for a hit. Jordan is thinking first to third. He's going to challenge Julio Rodriguez, and he's going to get there. How about Jordan? Looked right at Julio as he made the turn, decided to challenge him, and he got there without a throw. Pena off again. Rogers strikes out. Pena, for some reason, kind of hesitated and then ended up continuing on to second for his 3rd steal of the season. And up to 76 in the game. There we go, off the plate. There was a little bit. Ball in play to right field. Luke Raley is there and puts it away for the final out of the inning. Exciting.
That is.
I mean, that's for that young team to finish 2nd in the West. That is really impressive. Randy Arozarena grounds one to the right side, and Fromber Valdez covers for the 1st out. Called 3rd strike. 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Fromber's 2nd strikeout of the season. On the ground on an 0-2 pitch. A couple of hops to Isaac Paredes. That does it for the Mariners in the 4th. Fromber Valdez, like the 1st inning, has a 1-2-3 inning here.
I could go next door and check, but I don't want to leave you hanging.
Towards the middle, and that's a nice backhand play, but he double clutches, and Jake Speed is going to beat it out. Ryan Bliss made the catch initially, then couldn't find the handle. Edward Bizardo, the righty. Altuve sends one into center. Julio Rodriguez back a few steps. Out number 1 in the inning. Myers on the go, and the throw this time is going to get him. Jake had been 3 for 3 in steals, including one earlier tonight. That time, Mitch Garver throws him out for the 2nd out of the inning. Castillo picks up a strikeout to end the inning. He's got 6 strikeouts. On the ground, Walker's there. Tells Fromber, I got it covered. And he does. 3 unassisted on the put out. Raley retired for the 1st out. Night.
Yeah.
Like it was crazy.
It was creepy.
This ball hit pretty well in the left center field. Altuve on the run, and this ball is off the base of the wall. Ryan Bliss, who hit a home run last night, has another extra base hit today. 1st extra base hit of the night. For the 2 pitches popped high in the air. This could stay in play. It's going to be close.
Yeah, there's going to be a play.
Paredes reaches over near the dugout and makes the play for out number 2. Ground ball, 2 hops. Isaac Paredes takes his time, throws to first, and that'll do it for the Mariners in the 5th. A 1-out double stays there, and as he watches on here with a 3-2 pitch. That ball hammered to right field. That'll be down for a hit. Hit so hard it may have fooled Raley a little bit. He started backing up on it. Had he come in initially, he might have been able to make a play, but that was a missile from Jordan. On the ground to short. Crawford flips to Bliss for 1, and a low throw picked by Solano. That'll be a double play. Called 3rd strike on a pitch that looked wide. Pena flips the bat. Got him. Framber strikes out Rodriguez to start the inning. That's now 7 strikeouts for Valdez, 1 away in the inning. Raleigh struck out his first time up on a curveball, and he strikes out this time for out number 2. Was that a slider again?
Yep.
Wow.
That kind of narrows it down.
Ground ball right side. Good inning for Framber. Play made by Brendan Rodgers. Framber strikes out J-Rod, Cal Raleigh, and a little tap. 3-2 pitch is a good pitch. Bottom of the zone sweeper. Snyder picks up a strikeout. Good battle between him and Rodgers, won by the Seattle reliever. On the ground towards third, backhanded by Dylan Moore. His throw is low, and it gets by Solano. Yiner's heading to second. He's going to get there. That was a backhand play down the line, and Moore's throw was well in front of the first base bag, and Solano couldn't come up with it. That'll be his second error in as many games. Big league RBI. And he has it. Ball down the line. That's going to score the first run of the game. Cam Smith heads to second base. He's thinking about 3. He's going to go to third. He will be safe. A triple. And the Astros lead 1-0 as Yiner Diaz crosses the plate. Sugarland Space Cowboys in that exhibition game where I think his time was even faster. This one into right. This could be a tag situation played by Raley. Cam Smith's not going to challenge him. In a 1-0 game, the Astros don't get aggressive. That's a little surprising.
That's very surprising to me. I'm not sure if there was communication between.
First pitch, short hop by J.P. Crawford. Good hands and a play made to get Altuve to end the inning. So it stays 1-0 Astros. Facing the 5, 6, and 7 hitters. Last night he had 7, 8, and 9 due up. This ball sent into center field, and there's a leadoff base hit for the Mariners here in the 7th inning. Garver singles into center. Oh, that didn't look like a very comfortable at bat for Canzone. His first AB of the season ends up in a 3-pitch strikeout. There goes the runner, and there's a strike. The runner had a huge jump. So Garver, who hadn't attempted a steal in his Mariners career, gets in rather easily here. On the ground, diving stop by Walker. It's going to trickle into the outfield, and that's going to potentially score the tying run. Crossing the plate is Garver, and we're tied at 1. Crawford, unless Scott gets out of this inning with a double play. Here goes another runner, and there's a stolen base for Luke Raley, his second steal of the game. Got him. Scott strikes out Ryan Bliss for out number 2. Off the plate, pretty good take on a close pitch. That'll be ball 4, so the walk. Got him. That walk allowed by King was the first base runner he's allowed this year. He's now 4 2/3 innings of hitless baseball. A single, stolen base, and a base hit. Paredes sends one high in the air deep to left field. His former teammate Randy Arozarena backs up and makes the play for out number 1. And they matched up in 2019. This ball put in play, backhanded by Bliss. He slips as he throws and still gets it over to first base. Lost his traction there with his right foot, but able to make the play for out number 2. That one skied high in the air to center field. Pretty well hit. Rodriguez on the warning track puts it away. Ground ball chopped towards Jeremy Pena. 2 big hops for the Astros shortstop. 1 away here in the 8th. 18 at bats from right-hand hitters, only 2 from left-hand hitters. This ball into right center field, down for a hit and heading towards the wall. Smith's going to try to get it back in a hurry to keep Cal at second. He will. Cal Raleigh with a double to the wall in right center. Got him. King strikes out Arozarena after being down in the count 3-0. Brian picks up his second strikeout. Got him. Brian King's great 2025 continues, an inning and a third of shutout baseball, striking out 3, and we're still tied heading to the 9th. And he comes back to strike out Pena after being down in the count 3-0. Vargas picks up a strikeout of his first bat. Little tapper towards short. Coming on J.P. Crawford. His throw on the money. And there's 2 away. Bottom of the inning. Up the middle. Playable for Ryan Bliss. His throw in time. That's a 1-2-3 inning for Carlos Vargas. We're going to head to the bottom of the 9th. In addition to throwing 2 innings, had to throw 29 pitches. That's a called 3rd strike. Canzone goes down looking. Hader picking up a strikeout. 1 away in the 9th. On the ground, Walker will tumble and get to the bag just ahead of Raley. Walker stayed with it and beat Raley to the bag for out number 2. Just stays with the pure heat and strikes out Bliss for a 3rd time with fastballs. That'll do it for the Mariners in the 9th. We head to extra innings, tied at 1. 0-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Munoz strikes out Caratini on 3 pitches. 0 for 5 with 3 strikeouts against Munoz. Puts the ball in play into shallow right. No chance for Chas to do anything. He will bluff a tag as Raley makes the play for out number 2. Up the middle, hits the bag. Great play by Bliss to keep it on the infield. Ryan Bliss saves a run. Now 1st and 3rd with 2 outs. There goes Altuve. Pitch up and in. No throw from Garver. Altuve will pick up his 3rd stolen base of the season. There's a ball in the left field. It's hanging up for Arozarena, who puts it away for the final out of the inning. Hit hard by Isaac Paredes, but into left field and hung up too long for the final out. Against Josh. And goes down a 3rd time. Hader has struck out 3. Getting all the left-hand hitters. Got him. Hader keeps throwing strikes. That's 4 strikeouts of the 5 batters he faces. Into right field. Chas McCormick, the new right fielder, puts it away, and we're going to head to an 11th inning. Bond pinch running for Isaac Paredes. They're going to intentionally walk Yordan Alvarez, so Hahn, before he throws a pitch, is charged with a walk. A 1-1 game in the 11th. Christian taps this one towards the mound. This will serve as a sacrifice. Play is made by Hahn to first. On the play, Yordan gets a second, and Dubon gets to 3rd with 1 away in the inning. Pena will be intentionally walked here. 2nd intentional walk of the inning. So the bases will be loaded. Ground ball, backhanded, knocked down, stepping on the bag and throwing. Incredible double play turn by Dylan Moore to get the Astros out in the top half of the 11th inning. In the air to left field, Altuve back on it. Rodriguez is tagging. He's going to head to 3rd. Altuve's throw will not be in time. So the Mariners get the winning run to 3rd base with 1 out. That one's down and away. Ball 4. Arozarena draws a walk. 1st and 3rd now with 1 out. And Mitch Garver due up. Ground ball to short. They're going to try to go for 2, and they turn the double play. Ryan Gusto, in the biggest spot of his young career, gets through the bottom half of the 11th inning unscathed. Chas tried to bunt, gets the bunt down, barehanded by Hahn. His throw will be in time. So Brendan Rodgers to 3rd base. Another sacrifice for Chas on the season. And he comes through again this season. Victor Caratini, single into left field. The Astros take a 2-1 lead here in the 12th.
Thank goodness for that guy. That rotation pick up a spot.
That'll be a called 3rd strike on Jake for the 2nd out of the inning. Catcher if the game was extended. That's a balk. Hahn tripped as he was delivering to Jose Altuve, so that'll send Caratini into scoring position here with a 1-1 count to Altuve.
And the pressure of it, they're going to put Altuve on now with the 1st base open and get Dubon up there.
So another intentional walk. That is the 3rd intentional walk here in extra innings. And Dubon called 3rd strike. Pretty good breaking ball there. The sweeper drops in to end the inning. The Dodgers. That was his 1st big league save. Ground ball right side, so Mastrobuoni gets the runner to third as he is thrown out for out number 1 here in the 12th. Got him! Huge strikeout for Okert. Out number 2 in the inning, runner stays at third. Here's the 2-2. Got him! Astros win it 2-1. Just enough offense and some great pitching from King, Hader, Gusto, and Okert with his second career save.
That bullpen has been picking up the Astros. They had to put up some hefty zeros to finish off this game. But we're getting to know some of these guys in the back end of this bullpen, and they've been clutch. And credit Okert for making 3 quality pitches to get rid of Luke Raley and Bliss. That was impressive. That was an exhausting game, TK.
Woo! We took it into April 9th back in Houston. Okert's first Major League save came on April 10th last year. Hey, Frommer's out there still. He's enjoying this one, even though he got a no decision. A lot to talk about in our Astros postgame show. It's presented by Whataburger. It will feature Kevin Etchenfelder and Brian Bogusevic.